Why do you leave the office at 5 p.m. physically exhausted and mentally drained, yet carry a hollow, frustrating feeling that you accomplished absolutely nothing of real substance? This happens because you've fallen into the trap of the drift. Every day, you are leaving the vault of your most valuable asset, your time, wide open. You allow bosses, social media algorithms, and minor manufactured emergencies to walk right in and steal 3, 4, or 5 hours of your day without a second thought. People who build lasting wealth and enduring careers approach their days with a completely different mindset. They understand that time is the ultimate non-renewable capital. If you want to increase your earning power, you have to fiercely guard those hours. We are going to completely deconstruct how these grounded individuals manage their days, building a realistic, biological 4-step framework you can use to take back your 24 hours. Go ahead and grab a physical notepad and a pen. You are going to need them. Mastering your time is not about adopting the toxic hustle culture of waking up at 3 a.m. and taking ice baths. It is simply the prerequisite to lowering your daily money pressure and building lasting, reliable autonomy. Step 1 begins before the world is allowed to speak to you. If you normally wake up at 7 in a blind panic, you need to adjust your alarm to 6:15. You are carving out 30 to 45 minutes of unhurried time. To make this window actually work, there is one absolute non-negotiable rule you must follow. You cannot look at a digital screen. Keep your phone resting on its charger in an entirely different room. Instead of inviting hundreds of strangers into your bedroom through an endless digital feed, engage in a slow, grounding activity. Walk into a quiet kitchen, brew a cup of coffee, or read a few pages of a physical book. To visualize this, look at this 24-hour timeline. As you sit in that green, protected margin of safety, take out your notepad and ask yourself one question. What is the single most important task I need to accomplish today? Write it down. Do not make an overwhelming checklist of 20 chores. Just pick the one thing that will actually move the needle for your life. Carving out this unhurried morning buffer alters your emotional baseline for the rest of the day. You walk into the office with a settled nervous system, protecting your judgment from the reactive chaos of the orbit machine. Step 2 is executing that intention. Once you arrive at work, you must carve out a single 90-minute block to tackle the primary task you identified on your notepad that morning. To do this, you have to build a fortress around your desk. Close your email program entirely, mute your company chat notifications, put your phone in a drawer, and put on noise-canceling headphones. This chart shows exactly why you must isolate yourself. The modern corporate expectation of multitasking is a biological and financial illusion. Every time you switch your attention to answer a quick ping, you pay a context switching tax, represented by this flat, fragmented line. Your brain takes up to 20 minutes to fully re-engage with a complex problem, whereas an unbroken block yields an exponentially rising curve of output. When you lock yourself into that unbroken curve to hit maximum output, it will feel uncomfortable at first. Your brain has been conditioned to crave the constant dopamine hits of digital distraction. You have to sit through that anxiety and force your mind to stay on the single task until it is completed. Deep, uninterrupted focus is the only true leverage an ordinary worker possesses. It is the only way you can compound rare, specialized skills and demand a higher salary. Step 3 takes place the moment you step through your front door. You need to create a physical ritual to signal to your nervous system that the workday is officially over. Change out of your work clothes and stow your laptop bag completely out of sight. At this point, your cognitive battery is depleted. This is where millions of hardworking people fall into a trap. We culturally confuse the concept of passive numbing with genuine recovery. Numbing looks like collapsing onto the couch and endlessly scrolling through social media or passively watching television. You might feel disconnected from your job, but your nervous system is still highly stimulated, absorbing artificial light and processing rapid-fire images. Notice the difference on this split-screen monitor. The erratic spikes represent numbing, while the smooth wave represents active recovery. Recovery looks incredibly boring to an overstimulated brain. It is cooking a meal quietly, taking a walk outside, or giving your family 20 minutes of unbroken eye contact. These low dopamine activities physically return your nervous system to a baseline of calm. Prioritizing this active recovery prevents emotional spillover. It ensures that the people who matter most get your best energy, rather than the irritable, distracted leftovers of the corporate machine. Step 4 happens just before you go to sleep. You must spend 10 minutes doing a massive favor for your future self, eliminating decision fatigue for the upcoming morning. Systematically remove every micro-decision you can. Lay out the clothes you are going to wear. Pack your work bag. Place your keys in the exact same spot by the door, and set up the coffee maker so it only requires pushing a single button. Then, take out your physical notepad one more time. Before you get into bed, explicitly write down your single primary objective for tomorrow. This gives your subconscious mind a clear target, allowing it to let go of lingering anxiety. Finally, you must enforce an absolute, non-negotiable rule: protect your 8 hours of sleep. A sleep-deprived mind loses its capacity for logic and long-term planning, acting almost identically to an intoxicated mind. Architecting your tomorrow and fiercely protecting your sleep is the ultimate biological shield for preserving your restraint, your emotional control, and your long-term financial judgment. This entire protocol operates on the ultimate philosophy of high performers. It is an exercise in subtraction, not addition. You are not cramming more stressful tasks into your day. You are steadily removing the noise that simply does not matter. This dashboard is your new official time capital protection plan. You establish your margin of safety. You defend your deep focus block. You commit to an evening transition. You build the architecture of tomorrow. Do not wait for tomorrow morning to begin. Your immediate assignment is to execute step 4 right now, tonight. The moment this video ends, complete your very first physical task. Unplug your phone charger from your bedroom wall and move it into the kitchen. Taking definitive, quiet ownership of your time capital requires zero special talent. It is simply the only way to point your life in a direction you actually choose.